This is the most effective diet plan for building muscle without getting fat. It's helped me put on almost 10 kg over the past year, and I think my client Jamie did it even better than me, to be honest. So I'm going to show you the meal plan, the macros, and I'll explain why this strategy works so well for gaining size. So by the time we hit spring, you'll be looking big. Now, full disclaimer, I've done this before 2 years ago and got jacked. But I was taking 300 milligrams of testosterone. Long story short, I only lasted 8 weeks on test because I got my bloods done before it and they were fine. My natural test levels were great, nothing wrong with me, but I did it anyway. I wanted to have a proper go, but I immediately didn't feel good. I got paranoid that I was damaging my hormones when they were in a good place already. If it ain't broke, don't fuck around with it. And because my wife was pregnant at the time, I felt like I was being a bit reckless, even though that's a rookie dose, by the way. It's not much, but I felt like I had a duty to look after myself even more with becoming a dad. So I wasn't bought into what I was doing, and my conscience was letting me know by making me feel anxious all the time. So I just stopped. I didn't take any post-course treatment or anything like that, which is supposed to be bad for you, but I felt a weight off my shoulders and I was relieved. And I can't remember any negative side effects from doing that, which is a clear sign it was the right thing for me to do. I haven't taken anything since. If I do, I'll tell you, because I think the fitness industry is riddled with liars and it's just full of bullshit. Got nothing to gain from lying to you, okay? This recently was just training and diet, and that's actually the leanest I've ever been. And I checked my testosterone last week just to see where things are at, and they're great. No need to mess around with anything. I'm 33 with a family now. I'm doing this to stay healthy and live a long life, and I think that's why you're here as well. If you want to boost your testosterone naturally, I've knocked up a guide of supplements, foods, and most importantly, lifestyle factors that can help. So now we've got a bit of background. Let's get into step one. The first thing you need is an overview of how much weight you're going to put on each week. A lot of people, myself included, I've made the mistake of putting calories up too high in the hope to build as much muscle as possible. But what actually ends up happening is you get quite fat as well. There's a few good studies now showing that slower rates of gaining led to 70 to 75% of those gains coming from lean mass, and the other 25 to 30% was fat mass. The more experienced you are, the slower your rate of gaining needs to be. So if you've got well over 2 years of lifting, the recommended zone is gaining around 0.15% of body weight each week. So for me, weighing 80 kg, that would be a quarter of a pound per week, which is 1 pound a month. That's very slow. To get from here to here, I was doing double that rate, putting on 1 kg a month, and I stayed fairly lean, but then I ran into some issues where muscle gain tapered off and fat gain went up. Now, these pants were way too tight, but as you can see, the lower back fat's getting a bit much. It's really spilling over, and that pisses me off, so I had to slow things down. But if you're a beginner or you're fairly new to training, you should jump on this opportunity where you can make bigger gains in lean mass with minimal changes in body fat. If you do this right, you could put yourself in a really good position to trim up a bit come March or April, and so could the more experienced guys as well. These are the recommended rates for a building phase. This is the middle ground where you'll mostly build muscle with just a little bit of fat. When we're getting into this territory, some people think the rate of muscle building would be more, but there's actually not much difference at all, and it's just more body fat you're putting on. Some guys don't mind that, and some carry the extra fat really well and look strong, but I just get tits and lower back fat, so I don't like it. After doing this with a lot of people now, this is the smart way to do it. Now we know how much we want to gain each week, we can work out calories. I'm not sponsored by these, by the way, but I'm going to start using Macro Factor. I've always used MyFitnessPal and it's good, but I've done it for years and I'm bored. I want something new to make this experience a little bit more novel. So now we've got some numbers to work with. Let's create a meal plan that's going to maximize muscle gain. I honestly can't be asked making any fancy meals at this point in my life. I'm putting a lot of time into building this channel and working with clients, so this needs to be convenient over everything else. And I'm going to be a boring bastard and have the same breakfast, lunch, shake and snacks throughout the whole of winter, probably proper robot mode, but I'll have a different dinner each night to keep the missus happy. You know what it's like. Breakfast, I'm either going to have eggs, crackers and brown sauce. Now I'm not going full Eddie Abu, but eggs contain leucine, which is the #1 amino acid for triggering muscle growth. But guess what? So does protein powder. This is why people can get carried away with facts on social media. okay? That was just a little example. Sometimes I train early though, and eggs are no good as a pre-workout meal. It's too much fat and it sits on your belly and it can make you feel sick during training. So in that case, 4 Weetabix with honey are getting nailed instead. Lunch has got to be super easy and batch cook friendly. So I'll have chicken breast. I always get the butchers to put a different flavour on it for me. Sweet potato, beetroot, and some sauce on there as well. I've chosen sweet potato because it's a low GI food, meaning they digest slowly and give steady energy instead of large blood sugar spikes, which you can get from like big bowl of pasta, stuff like that. It makes you crash. So hopefully I can still get some work done. Also, beetroot is definitely a superfood and a natural performance enhancer. It helps with better blood flow, better nutrient delivery to muscles, better pumps, better performance on high rep sets. Beetroot is fucking good. Makes your pee a bit red though, which when you're not expecting it, makes you think, oh shit, fucking dying. It's not, it's just the beetroot. It's all good. If you like this kind of information, not the pee, the food stuff, I dive into all that on the Boosting Your Testosterone guide. It's in the description. I'm also going to have a shake as well. Easiest 700 calories ever. I cannot gain weight without doing this. It's just too much food and too much preparation otherwise. Or I end up eating ultra processed foods to make up the calories, and I don't like doing that. For dinner, we've got to find a way to smash high protein and high carb again. And what better way to do that than a curry? You can be lazy about it and get a jar, but I do enjoy my homemade version, which is just a tomato base with a little bit of cream in at the end. The chicken is marinated in full fat yogurt because low fat makes it go all bitty in the pan, and chicken tikka seasoning. And I'm going to have another shake or a protein yogurt. By this point, after dinner, you're probably full, but if you've got more calories left, you've got to get them in, otherwise you ain't gaining weight, which if you're experienced means you're probably not gaining muscle. I've stalled the past few months now, which is why I'm doing this. I've been working hard in here and I've got stronger on some exercises, but I've hit a plateau. I'm no longer seeing any more growth because I thought I could do this without tracking food, and I thought my experience alone was enough. Dickhead, I became a hypocrite to the thing I preach most, which is if you want to see changes, you need to track, but you probably don't want to be chasing getting bigger your whole life. And what you'll find is you might have to do a few cycles of this before you're like, right, I'm happy with where I'm at. I don't have any more insecurities about my skinny arms or my legs. I've worked hard. I've changed the shape of my body. I'm good with maintaining this now. And maintaining it is the easy part. And so it fucking should be. If you've put years into this, I'll get there soon. I would like to be more muscular all over, but this could just be damage from social media and the pressure I feel as a coach to be an outlier or someone who stands out. But to give you more context of why I do want to be bigger, I'm 80 kg now in order for me to get proper ripped now. And I genuinely do feel sound at this body fat, albeit I'm weak as piss. I have to get down to like 73, 74 kg. And at that weight to look gaunt, my cheekbones are proper popping out. It makes me look older and I just look skinny in clothes. I'd like to be this lean at like 82, 83 kg instead, which means I have a lot more muscle to build, and I probably have to get my weight closer to over 90 kg before cutting down. That's going to be very difficult and it's going to take years. So I better make sure I don't waste any more time. Otherwise it'll take 10 instead of 5. So before you go down this route for yourself, I'd urge you to properly think about why you want to do it. What is gaining more muscle going to do for you? If you do it properly and don't abuse anything, it's going to be good for your health. If you play a sport, especially a contact sport, then it's going to be highly beneficial to your performance. And I don't like fear mongering, but the world is a dangerous place. And it has been forever, but things are quite volatile right now. And you being a bigger, stronger guy means you can better protect yourself, your family, or even a vulnerable person getting bullied on the train or something like that. I'd feel much better knowing that there's more stronger, capable men out there when my wife is traveling with my son and potentially some fucking lunatic is running around. Wouldn't you? You're going to want some people who can handle themselves in that situation. The more of us that get into this, the better. So now you know the process to building muscle and getting bigger. It all boils down to what you eat and how much you're getting in. But here's the thing, it's best done from a leaner foundation. That way you can keep a better eye on progress and make sure you're not just putting on more fat. So watch this video next because it'll teach you how to get ripped in 90 days.